Sarva, what is it? Sarvatma Bhava of the Jivan Mukta. From his vision, what is it? Directly he discovers everything as nothing but Brahma Swarupa.
तमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। 144 अहमन्नं तथा नादः श्लोककृच्चेतरोऽप्यहम् इति सर्वात्मतां गायन् जीवन्मुक्त इतीर्यते। The one who has discovered his Swarupa to be Brahma, and thereby everything is Brahma, Sarvatma Bhava, Sarvam Ahameva Atma. Not that everything is Atma and I am different. Everything is me, that Atma Swarupa, only Nama Rupa may differ because the entire Jagat has sprung forth from me, the Brahman. So such a person, Etat Samagayan Naste, means he is a Jivan Muktaha. Jivan Muktaha means even here, while living, he is Muktaha. See, for this, not simply for Jivan Mukti, not mere Jnana is essential, but Jnana Nishtha must be there. Mind has to get absorbed for a sufficient length of time in this. Otherwise, what happens? Once knowledge gained, Videha Mukti is assured. But this person is what? Afflicted by what is called as Drishta Sukha and Drishta Dukha. Because as per Prarabdha, whatever Sukha Dukha one has to face, that can afflict the person because of the habitual identification of the embodiment. So whereas if the mind is so absorbed in the Swarupa, that identification goes forever, and such a person is able to directly have that appreciation of Brahma Swarupa, Brahmananda Swarupa, Paramananda Swarupa without any hindrance. So therefore, such a person only is Jivan Muktaha. Of course, Jivan Mukta after the fall of the body is bound to be Videha Mukta, free from body. Even otherwise, if Jnana Nishtha is not there and if Jnana is thorough, after the death, what happens? Videha Mukti, but no Jivan Mukti for the person. Jivan Mukti word is loosely used. Jivan Napi Muktaha bas. Even that is true. That is the meaning. Even while living, he is liberated. But even while living to get liberated, that much thorough absorption of the mind, which calls for Samadhi also, so that must be there. Otherwise, Jivan Mukti is not possible. Videha Mukti, yes, by knowledge. Nothing can stop Videha Mukti if knowledge is thorough. So now, this Bhruguvalli about Deha. Now what is this is from the Sama etc. is from Bhruguvalli, which is connected to Brahmandavalli. What is the state of that Jivan Mukta? This is the vision that was told. What is the sum and substance of Bhruguvalli? What the Bhruguvalli, third chapter of Taittiriya Upanishad has to say, that is the Tatparya of this Bhruguvalli is being told now. Jivan Muktyavasanayaha Vidyaya Mukhya Sadhanam विचारो ब्रह्मणस्तेन भृगुर्ब्रह्मावबुद्धवान् जीवन्मुक्त्यवसानायाः विद्यायाः मुख्यसाधनं ब्रह्मणः विचारः तेन भृगुः ब्रह्मावबुद्धवान्. So, this vidyayaha mukhya sadhana, the main sadhana, the main means, jnana sadhana for vidya. What type of vidya? Brahma vidya, Atma vidya. It is characterized by what? Jivan muktyavasanayaha. The final of which vidya is in what? Jivan mukti. So, the vidya, the final of which is in that which vidya which culminates in Jivan Mukti. Of that vidya, Atma vidya, Brahma vidya, the mukhya sadhana, the main means, main sadhana means auxiliary sadhanas are there or not? Other also are there. Not, this is not the only sadhana, other sadhanas also are there, but this is the main sadhana, so which is the final sadhana. So what is that? Brahmanaha vicharaha. The inquiry into the nature of Brahma. Inquiry into the nature of Brahma. That is the main sadhana as far as this vidya which culminates in Jivan Mukti is concerned. That is what we find. So, Bhrugu, son goes to Bhruguru Aivarunihi Varunam Pitaramupasasara Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. So he went to father and Father, please teach me what Brahma is. So Father gives a keynote address. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayantavi samvishanti tad vijidnyasasva tad brahmeti. That from which the Jagat is born, in which it exists, unto which it merges back after destruction, that is what is Brahma. But how to discover that? He says, Tapasa Brahma Vijidnyasasva Tapo Brahmeti. Having given the keynote address, he says, take to tapas. Tapas not standing on one leg or with the hands raised up, etc. Tap alochani. Alochana means vichara, that tapas. So Bhrigu goes and Bhrigu starts, of course, he must have gone to the forest, etc., to a secluded place, and based on Annam Pranam Chakshushrota Mano Vachamiti, he gives a loci at this. Anna means Annamaya Kosha. What he means is, see, with this keynote address, that from which everything is born, in which it exists, unto which it merges back, so you discover that is Brahma, and you take to tapas. But where the tapas means, what are the locus, or loci, where the tapas, inquiry has to be conducted. Annam, Pranam, etc. refers to Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. So he goes. Then Bhrigu finds, yes. So see, from food the body is born. In food the body exists. Unto food the body after death, etc. goes to earth and becomes food only. Annam Brahmeti Vijana. Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat Annadeva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anne Najatani Jivanti Annam Prayante Visamvishanti. So, but still he got little doubt. Why? This is perishable, etc., etc. So he went to father. He said, Annam Brahma. He said, he had kept a gramophone record there. Tapasa Brahma Vijidnyasasva Tapo Brahmeti. Sani, you are not discovered fully as such. Carry on, he said. So he went. Again he goes. Then Prano Brahmeti Vyajanat Pranadheva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante. Like that he discovered Prana as Brahma because body has to depend on Prana. He goes to father. Father has told saying this tapas. What father knows? See, father, why did he not tell? After all, son, no? Affection, no. Father could find
still some deficiencies are there in the mind of this boy. So therefore, let him overcome it. Otherwise, father would have told directly. He didn't say, because let him overcome the deficiency by proper vichara. Not that only my son, no. So like Dronacharya, Dronacharya to Ashwatthama, not that way. So therefore he went. Then he said, oh, prana depends on mind. Mano brahme divyajana anasa heva khalvidani bhutani jayante. Mind. Again he came. He said, no. They conduct the tapas alochana further. Vijnanam brahme divya vijnana deva khalvina. Intellectual shit. Again father says no. Anando, finally what? Anando brahme divyajana ananda deva kalvimani bhutani jayanti anandena jatani jivanti anandam prayantapi samvishanti saisha bhargavi varuni vidya. He didn't return to father. As a father he might have come, but for learning he didn't return to father, because he knows that there it is Ananda is not Anandamaya Kosha. Brahmapucham Pratishtha. Brahmapucham Pratishtha. He discovered from the Brahma, this is Ananda Swarupa, everything is born, in which it exists, and to which it was effect, that is Brahma. So therefore, Vicharaha, so Brahmanaha Vicharaha, that is Mukhya Sadhana. And how did Bhrigu got this knowledge? Tena means Brahma Vicharena. The Brahma Vichara itself is called tapas there. No other tapas. Mukhya sadhana. Why mukhya sadhana? Prior to that, karma and upasanas have to be taken to. Second and third stanza of this particular chapter, Taittiriya Vidya Prakasha. Prior to that, it is to be taken to. Tena means by that Brahma Vichara. Bhruguhu Brahmava Buddhava. Bhrigu got the knowledge of Brahma. He got Brahma Jnana. So with these three stanzas, the author has summarized what is told in Bhrigu. Now he proceeds further from Krishna Yajur Shakha only. After this Taittiriya comes the Narayana Upanishad. From the Narayana Upanishad, from the last two Anuvakas of Narayana Upanishad, certain sadhanas he gives. See, Brahmajnana is so, but at the same time what should be? You should have the means to gain the knowledge. How can you prepare the mind to gain the knowledge? So certain sadhanas are given, certain few things are told. So that he summarizes in the last four stanzas in here, 146 to 149 from Narayana Upanishad. In the last two Anuvakas of Narayana Upanishad, the meaning is given that 12 sadhanas are given. Mukhya sadhana is as was vichara, but 12 sadhanas are given, the graded sadhanas are given, so that a mumukshu can gain the Brahma Jnana. And out of which one is Nyasaha. Nyasaha means sannyasa, and it is highlighted as the best. So sannyasa is highlighted as the best of the 12 sadhanas. That is the final sadhana. Of course, vichara. With sannyasa, vichara has to be taken to. So that is there. Now let us see what are those sadhanas. Satyam tapodama shantihi Danam dharma prajagnayah Agnihotram yaga yogau Nyasas chaitaih bubhutsatam Satyam tapaha damaha shantihi danam dharmaha praja agnayah agnihotram yaga yogau nyasaha cha etaihi bubhutsatam. By these 12 means may one gain the knowledge of Brahma. Means let one aspire to gain the knowledge of this Brahma. Not simply aspire. With these 12 means prepare yourself and gain the knowledge of Brahma. What are those? Satyam. Here Satyam means speaking the truth. Very important. Speaking the truth. So whatever may be the consequences, but speak the truth. See, there is no rule that you should speak. Okay. Suppose at times speaking the truth is not desirable, you can keep quiet. So keep. You know that story? A tapasvi was there. He was always speaking the truth. Indra, no, he is mischievous. His mischievous Indra wanted to test him. And he came in the form of disguise of a hunter chasing a cow. And he chased the cow in such a manner that it passed through the hermitage of this. So that is what as tapasvi. And it ran, the cow ran, and he came after some time with a dagger in the hand. So he said, Maharaj, have you seen a cow here? What is this? If he has seen it, if he tells that this fellow is going to butcher it, Papa will come to whom? This life is in danger. If it does, he said, I have not seen it. He knows he is going to tell a lie. He prayed to Bhagavan, please show a way out. Bhagavan gave a clue. He told, look, eyes that see can't speak, the mouth that speaks can't see. Get lost now. he can't pursue further because tapasvi is there. शाप भी मिलेगा तो बाद में मुसीबत हो जाएगी. So therefore, eyes that see can't speak, the mouth that speaks can't see. So therefore, pray to Lord. He will find it. If you are sincere, He will give a way out of the situation. But that's why in such cases, better don't talk. In fact, this talking is a bad habit because you land in such a thing where you are unconsciously you tell lies as well for no reason as such. So therefore, if required for a specific purpose, do the job with minimum word like a miser. Okay. So use the minimum possible words and do the job. Don't waste the words. Satyam, speaking the truth, you see, that shows the perfect alignment between the mind, the word and the deed. Otherwise, such a hypocritical person will not be able to gain the knowledge. Tapaha, here tapas is not ascetiha. Earlier, be careful about the word tapas. Here tapas vicharaha, tapas in Bhrigu said. Now here tapas is the performance, anushtana of the karma as per the varnashrama dharma. In Bhagavad Gita also 18th chapter, Lord Krishna says, don't give this knowledge to one who doesn't take to tapas. That tapas means what? Performance of karma, anushtana of karma in accordance with the varnashrama. This is so we have found, this is given in the Maitrayani Upanishad, that tapas also means karma as per varnashrama. So tapaha, damaha, mastery over the senses, especially the tongue. Tongue is the one double-edged it is. Talking and tasting. Talking and eating. Tasting means for eating. Talking and eating. That is, see, if one controls the tongue, no, I think 75% of the job is over. So that is what is that. So tapaha, damaha, mastery over the senses. Even in the camp also, no, 2, 3, 4 cups of tea required. In spite of telling, not only that, even if that, see, in the olden days, there were at least 4, 5, 6 persons who never used to take tea or coffee as well. So milk was arranged. Okay, milk was arranged. Do you know how many were taking milk? After taking tea and coffee, 30 to 35 persons were taking the milk. Finally, it was stopped, but unfortunate for those people who don't take anything. Now we have started Ukara. That Ukara also about 5, 6, 7 persons only that don't take tea, coffee. But I have got already the report that what it goes on for many people, and also that Ukara also 2, 3, 4 cups also they consume it. It's small things, you know. Dhamma, not big. It doesn't start with the big things only. Small things only. Control has to start. Mastery over the damaha. Shantihi, mastery over the mind. Shama. Danam, that is sharing what one has got with the others as such. Because that expansion is, you see, it's expansion, not contact I and mine, not subatomic families, etc. So expansion. So therefore, why? Everything is what? Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa. Not that identified with body, only me and mine. So danam, according to one's capacity, not that your thing, according to one's your thing. So did not be in terms of money only as such. Time, energy, talents, etc., you can share with others. So, damaha, shadanam, dharmaha here, charitable actions, like say, vapi, kupadi, nirmana, water supply. So water is the first and basic necessity of life. So water, provision for water. Then in olden days, hotels, etc., were not there. Dharmashalas for people to rest and have some food, etc., because they used to go from Kanyakumari to Kashmir on Himalayas on foot for pilgrimage. So like this. So these are called Purta Dharmaha, Vapi, Kupadi, Nirmana Rupa. Plantation of trees, etc. These are called Purta. Means these are Smarta Karma, told by Smriti Yasa, Purta Karma. So then Praja, Agrahasta, so that the lineage continues, Prajotpadanam, that is the progeny. Agnayaha, the performance of Agnis means Garhapatya, Ahavaniya, Dakshinagnayaha. So these Agnis, they have to maintain whole life long. Again, Agnihotram, every day, Sayam Prataha, morning and evening, Agnihotra, so without interruption. So not that as you do when you want to do, no. So that is Avichedena Agnihotra Anushtanam. Yaga, like occasional duties, like karmas, like Darsha Purnamasa, Jyotishtoma, etc. karmas. Yoga here is Manasam Upasanam, the upasana at mental level. Nyasaha, sannyasa is Sarva Sangha Parityaga. Sannyasa is Sarva Sangha Parityaga. Etaihi, by these, Bubhutsatam, Brahma Jnatum Ichchatam. Means this Satyam, Tapaha, Damaha, Shantihi, Danam, Dharmaha, Praja, Agnayaha, Agnihotram, Yaga, Yoga, and Nyasaha. The 12 sadhanas are there. Now, among these, the topmost is the Nyasa, the Sannyasa. So there in this Narayana Upanishad, that Nyasa, Sannyasa is praised. Nyasodhikam tapo nyasi yunjitatmanamomiti yoginastasya dehaushaha yagangairakhilais samaha. Add Eshu Nyasaha Adhikam Tapaha, add Bhavati. Nyasaha Adhikam Tapaha Bhavati. Nyasi Om iti, add Ucharya. Atmanam Yunjita. Om iti Ucharya. Atmanam Yunjita. Tasya yoginaha dehaushaha akhilaihi yagangaihi samaha. Tasya yoginaha dehaushaha akhilaihi yagangaihi samaha. Eshu, among these 12 sadhanas. So which is that is Utkrishta, which is the best. It says Nyasaha. Nyasa is Sannyasa. Adhikam Tapaha Bhavati. Adhikam is exalted. Tapas. Now see here, this tapas, in these three contexts, the meaning of tapas differs. Here tapas is Jnana Sadhanam. In 145, though the word tapas is not there, Vichara is there, but Bhrigu uses the word, Varuna uses the word tapaha. Tapasa Brahma Vijitnyasasva, that tapas is Vichara. Wherein 146, tapas is karma as per Varnashrama dharma. And here tapaha means the tapaha jnana sadhana. Among the 12 jnana sadhanas, of course, all are indirect only. So now the topmost one is, so direct one is what? Vichara only. So That is how, this is the tapaha, jnana sadhana, tapaha. Adhikam, adhikam, that is what? Is most exalted. Why? In this again, sannyasa means what? Kapda badli karo, bas, kaam ho gayi. It is not donning the ochre robe. It is the disposition, sarva sanga parityaga, giving up of asakti in everything. That is the only this. The pursuit is gaining the knowledge. Nyasi, then what sannyasi? This refers to vividisha sannyasa. So sannyasa twofold. One is vividisha sannyasa, other is vidvat sannyasa. Of course, third also is there, apat sannyasa. Apat sannyasa. So generally vividisha sannyasa. What is vividisha? Veditum ichha vividisha. So one who has got intense desire to gain the Atma Jnana, so that a person takes sannyasa. Why? Because as per the Shastras, one has to perform one's own karmas. Tapaha, varnashrama dharma karmas have to be taken to. There is no exception for that. Now, to gain the knowledge, what is to be conducted? Vichara. So, vichara to be conducted. To conduct inquiry, what is required? Leisure is required, that is, that time is required. A person who is so much engrossed in the karma is unable to find, because duties you have to, because the grahastha, he has to do the discharge the duties. He has no time to take to these. And suppose, even if a time is not there, one can't straight away take the sannyasa. First he should see, the person has to verify one's disposition. If viveka vairagya are thorough or not. If viveka vairagya are not thorough, better don't give up the karma and take sannyasa. If viveka vairagya is thorough, karmas have no role to play for him. Karmas are meant for what? One, for fulfillment of desire. Number two, to gain the antakarana shuddhi by with the Ishwararpana buddhi karma yoga. If this person has already got the antakarana shuddhi, viveka vairagya are thorough, he doesn't need karmas either to fulfill the desire because he doesn't have desire, nor for antakarana shuddhi or vairagya because he has already got the antakarana shuddhi. And if he has to continue karma, means he has no leisure to conduct the inquiry. To such a person, Shastra gives a sanction, you can give up the karma. And that is what is called, a ritual is involved. So, and that is what is called as vividisha sannyasa. Means the person's mind is so ready to take to inquiry and gain the knowledge, so the karma becomes a burden. If that ready frame of mind is not there, better one doesn't take to sannyasa, continue with what one is, at the same time to continue with the pursuit also. So therefore, that is what is called vividisha sannyasa. Vidvat sannyasa is, see, the person has already got knowledge and he wants to take to this nididhyasana intensely so that he can get his mind absorbed in the swarupa for jivan mukti. For jivan mukti is vidvat sannyasa. So vidvat means he already knowledge, jnani, but he gives up all other pursuits also. So that is vidvat. Apat sannyasa is a little different one. See, like this. In the Shastra, there are three. Jnasa, sannyasa is the highest one. This person is not ready for sannyasa. So he is not ready for sannyasa. But what has happened is, there is apat. You know what is apat? So the person is on the verge of dying. And the Shastra says, if a sannyasi is there, he gets a better lot. So why not claim a stake there also? So therefore, Shastra gives a sanction to that. I think so. It must be somewhere, must be there. Because lot of punya is gained by as a sannyasi, but at the same time he is not in a position to take to the Shravana Manan, etc., or he was not fit for that also. Such a person takes the sannyasa when doctor has already told, call all the relatives. अभी अभी एक 48 hours बाकी है, so therefore because at time, but this becomes real apat, you know. Suppose karma dharma sanyoga, these doctors went wrong and this fellow survived. It happened, somebody took it and the fellow survived, then he can't stay at home. Because other people also, they know Shastra. So he took sannyasa and somehow karma dharma sayoga he survived. Now he can't stay in the home because other members family know Shastras. They know the Shastra. So therefore it becomes a musibat afterward. Anyway, but that is that. So such a thing. But it is that the knowledge is not involved. It is only for a better lot as such, because some Shraddha in the Shastra as a sannyasi, one dies, one gets it. Quite a few people take that way. Dongre Maharaj, you know, Dongre Maharaj, he took, of course, he was a great bhakta, that is different thing as such. His life was dedicated for this as such, but he took only at the last moment. So Nyasi, now this Nyasi, and now sannyasa given up. What does it mean? Not simply living an ideal life. Sannyasya Shravanam Kurya. So having taken to sannyasa, what is that? Full time, what the time has to be spent is what? Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. That is what it is. So now this Nyasi, this sannyasi, what should he do? Says, Om iti ucharya Atmanam yunjita. So with the chanting of Om, Atmanam yunjita, yunjita dhyaye, should meditate on Atma Swarupa. How? With the Omkara, meditation on Atma is to be done. Refer to Panchikarna, its commentary I have written, Om Beded meditation. It's meant for this one. Om Beded meditation thoroughly gives how Omkara is to be used for dhyana. So dhyana as such. So the different aspects are in detail given there. So Omiti Atmanam Yunjita. So let him take to the dhyana. Now a question arises. A Jidnyasu who has got intense yearning to gain the knowledge, and he has got Shuddhanta Karna, Viveka Vairagya is thorough, and therefore what, as per Shastra, he has taken to Vividisha Sannyasa. And of course he is pursuing the sadhana in terms of Omkara Dhyana, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana he is taking to. And this Vividisha Sannyasi is exempted from karma by whom? Shastra. So therefore he need not take to, so that is up to the point of gaining the this Atma Dhyana, there is no need of taking to Karmanusthana. A question arises. So, such a person, should he take to karma after gaining the Atma Jnana? Because first concession was given up to gaining the Atma because he wants time, not time for this. But once the Jnana is gained, should he perform the karma? Such a doubt is possible. For that answer is given there in the Narayana Upanishad. Same thing here is the summary of that is given. Answer. It starts in second line of 147. Answer to that. Is it necessary for Atmajnani to perform the karma, take to karmanusthana? He says no. Do you know why? The reason is tasya. Tasya means the one who is a sannyasi and has taken to Omkara meditation, and therefore is the yogi, dhyayi, dhyayi, and who has got the knowledge, tasya yoginaha. For that jnani, yogi means jnani jivan mukta. The one who is jnani jivan mukta. Not simply jnani, he is jivan mukta. So tasya yogina dehaushaha. Dehaushaha, the aspects of the body, avayavas, the limbs of the body. Dehaushaha. So Dehaushaha, the limbs of the body, Dehavya, and whatever that is pertain to his body in terms of his Vyavahara with the with Jagat. Because body is there means Vyavahara will be there, at least eating etc. will be there, some walking he will see somewhere etc. So that is there, all this Vyavahara. So Dehaushaha, Akhilaihi Yagangaihi Samaha. Akhilaihi Yagangai are Samaha means what? Are equal to all different types of angas, the limbs of the yaga. Means his life itself is a continuous yaga. Figuratively. So that is what is that. That is Akhilaihi Yagangaihi Samaha. Samaha means similar to or that equal to the different aspects or the different limbs of the yaga. Means he need not take to karma. There is no need of taking to karma for him. As per prarabdha, he continues to do that different thing. But there is no necessity for him to take to karma. There is no mandate that he should take to karma. Same thing. Tasya dehaushaha akhilaihi yagangaihi samaha. This is explained further. Ahoratradi kalastu samadarshadi yagakaihi Jivanam satra tulyam syat Muchyate yogi sevakaha Tasya yoginaha. Add Tasya yoginaha Ahoratradi kalaha tu Darshadi yagakaihi samaha Darshadi yagakaihi samaha. Add uktaha. Uktaha. Uktaha where? In Shruti. Uktaha in Shruti. Further add Tasya Jivanam Satratulyam. Tasya Jivanam Satratulyam. Sya Yogi Sevakaha Muchyate. Yogi Sevakaha Muchyate. Tasya Yoginaha, of that yogi. So with that who has taken to sannyasa and Omkara Dhyana he has taken to. Now by Jnana he has become a Jivan Mukta. So that of that yogi, Ahoratradi Kala, day and night all his time, do you know what is it? Darshadi Yagakaihi Samaha Ukta. It is told in the Shruti that they are equal to Darsha, Adi, Paurnamasa, the special rituals that is to be done on Paurnima and Amavasya, like these, Darshadi Yagakaihi. Different things, the detail is given in the Shruti only. So Yagakaihi Samaha, who has told that Uktaha means Shruti, in Shruti means Shrutaha. That is what is told in the Shruti. Again, his very life is what? Tasya, of such yogi, of such jnani. Jivanam, his very life is what? Satratulyam. Satra means a yajna yaga continuing for many days together. It may be 10 days, 12 days, 100 days, etc. You know, you must have Puranas, Naimisharanya, no? Suto Vacha. Suta is among the prominent disciples of Vyasa. Suta is one. 4 prominent disciples, 4 Vedas were given. So Suta is a great jnani. So you should see him in the Suta Samhita, how great knowledge jnani is there. So Suta is the one who is to narrate Puranas. He is specialized in Puranas. And he got all Puranas from who? Vyasa. And you see, that's why I say, Naimisharanya, generally the Naimisharanya, you know what Naimisharanya? Big satras are going on there. Yadyagas for days together, even year also it goes there. So they should do perform in the morning as such. Then the spare time, worshipping nahi hai. Okay? So that is spare time used to be used in what? Such things only gaining knowledge. So Suta used to give them the Purana, etc. And Purana means simply not stories, etc. Okay? Purana Jnana also is there. If any doubt is there, take Skanda Purana and one of the khanda of that, that is what is that taken as Suta Samhita. No, not. Yes, Suta Samhita. Suta Samhita, there you see nothing but Jnana, the Vedanta only as such. So therefore, so there one chapter is called Yajna Vaibhava Khanda. In fact, its magnitude is equal to other 3 chapters. But Yajna Vaibhava Khanda, and totally deals with this only. There Yajna means, I was wondering, this Yajna how it comes? That Yajna is Jnana Yajna. What we are doing is Jnana Yajna. This is what? Jnana Yajna. So that Jnana Yajna, totally it is this Vedanta only as such. So therefore, so that Satra means that is the karmas and Agnihotra onwards, karmas, yajna yagas continuing for days together, that is called Satra Tulyam. So therefore, the life of this Jivan Mukta yogi is what? Like a Satra Syat. Syat means, so it is told in the Shruti, not a figurative this thing. Shruti says that it is like that, of course, figuratively only, but it has got that stature. Having told, that means a jnani, after that means Dvidisha Sannyasi, after gaining the knowledge and getting nishtha in that, being Jivan Mukta, there is no need of performance of karma for him. Now, in the context, something related is told. Yogi Sevakaha Muchyati. Yogi Sevaka means a person who serves such a yogi. What such a yogi? Jivan Mukta Rupa yogi. So the one who is Jivan Mukta, and such a Jivan Mukta Rupa yogi, the one who upasate means serves. One who serves such a person. So what is it? He muchyati, gets freed from samsara. Means he not simply by seva like Totakacharya got it, not that way. By that he gets antakarana shuddhi, and being a such a thing, certainly what will happen? Opportunity to gain the knowledge also will be there. And even if it is from that yogi, though not there, Ishvara will take care. Why does he serve that yogi? Because he has got the values for knowledge. That's why he does it. That is the Shastra Shraddha. He has got the Shastra. He has got Shraddha in the knowledge. He has got Shraddha value for that knowledge. So therefore, so in course, the Antakarana becomes Shuddha, and that is that. Otherwise also, even for the worldly gain, service of such master is what is recommended in the Mundakopanishad. Atmadnyam archayet bhutika. One who is desires of the bhutis, the glories, things in this world, let him what? Worship whom? Worship means adore, serve whom? Atmadnya. And suppose if such a person who serves the Atmadnya is nishkama, whatever, that gives antakarana shuddha, etc., opportunities to gain the knowledge, muchyati, that is what is told as muchyati. It depends on whether it is sakama or nishkama. So other thing, by this seva, what happens, the punya of this yogi goes to who? This person. Because the punya is of no use to the yogi, nor papa is of any consequence to him. That also is told. Tattvabodha we must be remembering. Suppose this is a person who serves. Suppose there is some culprit who harasses such yogi, gives trouble to him, gives sorrows to this. You know what happens? If at all some papas are there with the yogi's account, they go to this person. Then you may say, yogi also does papa. He doesn't do papa. But suppose inadvertently something happens. In the past he has done something, his earlier account is there now. So that is how. See, before gaining that jnana, was he ordinary jiva or not? Karma account of papa punya was there or not? So in knowledge what happens? As far as he is concerned, account holder, ahankara, deceit, file closed. Whose file closed? Of that jnani. But bank account continues. Bank account is there. So what happens? So that it is of no use to him as such. But that punya goes to the one, those who serve, and papa goes to the one who gives affliction to the other. It's like a live wire. If you don't serve better, but don't go to, don't give any affliction anytime as such. So that is how it is. So that is what yogi sevakaha muchyate. Again, about the yogi sevaka, not directly, not that way. That is depending on the intensity of upasana, depending on the intensity of service, again depending on the disposition, depending on the sevaka means such a person, devotee. So depending on his vairagya, etc., there is the muchyate, result has to be accounted, and therefore sachottarayane pretaha adityam prapya muchyate ayane dakshine pretaha chandram prapya na muchyate sahacha uttarayane pretaha adityam prapya ad kramena muchyate dakshine ayane pretaha ad chet dakshine ayane pretaha ad chet chandram prapya namuchyate saha with a saha yoginaha upasakaha, the one who serves the such a yogi, saha, if cha uttarayane pretaha, if he dies in the uttarayana, preta means not dead body, okay? Prakarshena itaha, that's why dead body is called that way only, chale gaya. Where chale gaya? Not to return, that's what preta. Prakarshena itaha, itaha means e gachati, e eti means to go, itaha means gone. But how? Gone will return. Suppose you go out of the house, you come back. No. Gone once forever, not to return in that particular body means dead. But here, that is after death. Pretaha means when dead. Say, Adityam prapya, Aditya loka prapya, having got. Maybe from there we don't know much about it. Maybe he goes to Brahmaloka, or because Aditya is the dwara for Brahmaloka, possible. But Adityam prapya, Shruti says, Kramena muchyate. In gradual order, maybe he may be going from that other lokas, etc. Finally, maybe Brahma Loka, and there at the end of Kalpa, he may be getting the Jnana, and therefore Krama Mukti he may be getting. Kramena Muchyate, that Shruti has said. Suppose he dies in the Dakshinayana, Dakshine Ayane Pretaha. So, if he dies in the Dakshinayana, Chet, if he dies Chandram Prapya, having got the Chandraloka means a heaven, not necessarily this moon, okay? Not this moon, yes, sir. Chandraloka is a heaven, name of a heaven. So, Chandram Prapya, Namuchyate, doesn't get liberated means Punaravartati, he returns, he takes rebirth. So, after enjoying the Swarga, he returns back to the embodiment that we have said. So, means, so that such a way, in a way, this way, the yogi sevakaha, because the yogi upasana gets benefited. Depends on this frame of mind also and intensity of upasana. So now the author is concluding this chapter. Taitiriyaka vidyayaha prakashenopasevinah bubhutsunanu grunhatu vidyatirthamaheshwarah vidyatirthamaheshwarah taitiriyaka vidyayaha prakashena upasevinah prakashena upasevinah bubhutsun anugruhnatu bubhutsun anugruhnatu. So he prays to Vidyatirtha Maheshwara Paramatma or Lord Shiva, who is Vidyatirtha. Tirtha means sthana means abode of Vidya. one who is the abode of knowledge. What knowledge? All knowledge, and of course, highest knowledge is what? Adhyatma Vidya. Adhyatma Vidya, Vidyanam. Lord Bhagavan Krishna himself says, Adhyatma Vidya, Vidyanam. Vidyatirtha Maheshwaraha, the one, the Lord, the Maheshwara, he said, Jnanam Ichet Maheshwara, Arogyam Ichet Bhaskara. So, that means that the knowledge has to be gained from Shiva, Arogya from Bhaskara, Surya. So like that, not that, oh then how Bhagavan Krishna taught Atma Jnana, etc. Not that way, it's a way of this thing. Vidyatirtha Maheshwaraha. So it is Parameshwara only. So Taitiriyaka Vidyayaha Prakashena means refers to this chapter called Taitiriya Vidya Prakasha. So Prakashena, by the light of this Taitiriya Vidya means by this chapter, which gives the essence of Taitiriya Vidya, Taitiriya Upanishad, Prakashena. Upasevinaha, accusative plural. Those who are practicing the teaching of Taitiriya Upanishad. What is that teaching? First of all, Karma Anusthana for a long period of time, then Upasana, then Panchakosha Viveka, and the absorption in the Swarupa. So that is how Upasana, those who are practicing, so or those who strive to attain the goal detailed herein, that we also Upasevina means those who strive hard to gain the goal described in this chapter, in this Taitiriya Upanishad, Supasevinaha. And who are they actually? Bubutsun. Bubutsun means intense jidnyasus. Bodhum ichu. Bubutsu. Intense jidnyasus. Bubutsun. Anugrinhatu. May he bless them. Why? Maybe some pratibandhakas may be there here and there, etc. If any pratibandhakas are there, may the Lord dispel those pratibandhakas, remove those pratibandhakas, and bestow on them the anubhuti, the sakshatkara of Brahma Swarupa. So this way, so everything is what? Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. So better we gain this knowledge as early as possible. That I did highlight Sarvatma Bhava because that is what is necessary. Even if Sakshatkara is not there, at least our attitudes and dealings, vyavaharas with the world can change for good, and that can give the right frame of mind to gain the knowledge. So that's why, see, adharma has to be avoided. One has to take to the performance dharma. And afterward, after gaining the knowledge, even these labels of dharma, adharma, good, bad, satya, mithya, all to be what? Have to be discarded. Mind has to be made to get absorbed in the Swarupa only. That's what says else somewhere. Prajapati tells Devas, Tyaja dharma madharmam cha ubhe satyanriti tyaja ubhe satyanriti tyaktva yena tyajasi tat tyaja. Tyaja dharma madharmam cha. This is told to whom? A person who has lived a life of strict dharma for a sufficiently long period of time. Now we say rise above it. Tyaja dharma madharma means let not your mind get preoccupied. This is dharma, that is dharma. Why? Everything is what? Brahma Sarupa. Tyaja dharma madharmam cha ubhe satyanriti tyaja. This is satya, this is mithya. Ubhe satyanriti tyaktva yena tyajasi. By what you are giving up? What are you there? I am giving up. Who is that? Ahankara is still there. Yena tyajasi tat tyaja. That also give up. Everything is what? Brahma. Elsewhere it is said, Vivartoyam balana. You say, what is that? Jagat is Vivarta creation, is it not? At least here we have seen. What is Vivarta? Swaswarupa aparityagena rupantara apattihi. So, is Brahma, without giving up its true nature, has become the Jagat. This is what called Vedanta. Yes. This is what, for whom? Who are steeped in the Jagat, who are not able to directly discover and cognize the Brahma and make the mind absorb that. Those whose mind is absorbed in Brahma Sarupa, we have seen Sarvatma Bhava. There is neither, even Sarvatma Bhava also is not, is what? It has to be surpassed. Do you know why? Sarva Atma means Sarva you would recognize or not. But what you recognize, Sarva is what? Atma. But in his vision, there is no Sarva. What is there only? Brahma only. Creation he is not aware at all. Then from that standpoint is what? Vivartoyam balana. This what? Vedanta also talks of Vivarta creation for who? Bachon ke liye. We still have a lot ahead. One has to go upward. Let us not go up to that far, okay? So, Vivarta for balanam. That for what? Switch on the TV and sit in front of idiot box? No, not that. So those who are so drowned means totally lost in the Swarupa, they are totally impervious of the creation. Creation is not in their cognition at all. For him, what Vivarta you are talking? That is there as well. So therefore, at least that from our practical standpoint, so what should be that? Sarvatma Bhava. So everything is what? Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. If that is the case, this and that and then relating, I want this, I don't want this, etc. At least that much will go, and that identification, the body also will get erased, it will get effaced. That you keep in mind, and therefore in our conduct in life, with our dealings with other persons in life, whether relatives or others or any family members, maybe others also. So one should keep this in mind, Sarvat Bhava. Other thing also I told you, what is that? All deities are where? See, look. Our embodiment is a miniature of cosmos. What is there in cosmos is here. That's why don't undermine it, don't take it lightly, don't take it to be as an insignificant thing. So therefore only you have to discuss. This is not upasana, etc. This is the truth. Every eyes are able to function because of the blessing of who? Surya. Ears are able to function because of the Dik Devatas, etc. Buddhehe Brahma, Manasaha Chandramaha, Hastasya Indraha, Padasya Vishnu. Even genital, anus and all, each and every Indriya has got what? Karmendriya or Jnanendriya has got the presiding deities. They are there. And that is why this body is functioning. So that's why they say we are indebted to who? Those presiding deities, because of which you are saying. So that is why one should discharge one's own duties, and all karmas told in the Shastras are to be done because it's the repaying the debt. Once the jnana is there and thorough nishtha and the knowledge is there, so one crosses over this stage as such because he is absorbed in the Swarupa. So with this, the Tiriya Vidya Prakasha is over. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhya Sukhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyam Prithvi Sasya Shalini Desho Yam Shobharahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashchid Dukkha Bhag Bhave Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyati Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyati Om Shanti 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 Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha O Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithvi
देशोऽयं शोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं शोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा